How to identify mange on dogs. Mange is a type of inflammatory skin disease caused by tiny parasitic mites on dogs. There are two basic types of mange, sarcoptic and demodectic, which have separate causes and symptoms. It is important to be able to identify the signs of each, and to understand the difference between them. Though mange is rarely fatal, knowing how to recognize this frustrating disease early makes treating the dog much easier in the long run. Recognizing symptoms of mange. Look for intense itching. Sarcoptic mange usually causes frantic itching. The dog may relentlessly scratch or chew at its skin to relieve the itch. The dog's skin, irritated from the constant scratching and biting, can easily become infected. The itching can even be so severe that it distracts the dog from necessary behavior like eating, drinking, and resting. Severe cases of sarcoptic mange that result in secondary infections from bacteria or yeast can cause a white, crusty surface to form on the dog's irritated skin, though this does not occur in all cases. In addition, dogs with severe secondary infections will also often suffer weight loss, run a fever, and/or have enlarged lymph nodes. Check for hair loss. Localized demodectic mange, the least serious variety, usually results in one or two thin, or bald patches in the dog's hair. Usually, this small patch will not appear inflamed or irritated and will not cause serious itching. Note the extent of bald spots or hair loss. If a case of localized demodectic mange does not go away on its own, it may eventually spread to the rest of the dog's body, resulting in generalized mange. The dog will develop numerous thin or bald patches over its body. Existing patches may grow to about 1 inch (2.5 centimeters) in diameter. The skin in the patches may become red, scaly, and/or crusty. This skin irritation can cause the dog to scratch at its skin, which can sometimes lead to more serious infections. These secondary infections will lead to similar symptoms as those in sarcoptic mange cases: fever, weight loss, swollen lymph nodes, etc. 3. Inspect your dog's feet to see if they're swollen or irritated. Some select cases of demodectic mange cause a condition called demodectic pododermatitis. This occurs when the mites that cause mange become deeply embedded in the dog's feet, where they are very difficult to remove. This condition most often presents itself in the form of swollen, irritated feet. It is usually worst around the nail beds and often accompanied by a secondary infection. Look for patches of red, irritated bumps on yourself or others in your household. One of the ways to detect a case of mange on your dog is to find mite bites on yourself. When the type of mites that cause sarcoptic mange come into contact with a human, they can cause red bumps similar to mosquito bites. Note that humans cannot get the type of mites that cause demodectic mange. Note that the signs of mange could also be signs of other, possibly serious, conditions. Itching or patchy hair loss are also symptoms of other underlying health issues, such as allergies, hyperadrenocorticism, Cushing's disease, diabetes, hyperthyroidism, and parasite infection. Therefore, it is important to consult your veterinarian about the problem in order to get a proper diagnosis and treatment.